Hello and welcome everyone. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, and we are happy to have you watching the replay of our presentation tonight. And our host presenter will be our own Jenny Kalz. She hails from Brisbane, Australia, via Germany. And she is an expert at neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, and timeline therapy. So she's going to be talking to us tonight about limiting beliefs, clearing limiting beliefs, and developing a positive mindset to help you be successful. So with that, Jenny, take it away.
Hey guys. Hey Rob, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you. Nice to see all of you as well.
So I just want to start off like we do every week. I just want everyone to tell us something they're grateful for today or this week. So Roy, do you want to start out?
Sure. One of my sisters had a bicycle accident and had a real bad injury on her elbow. So she had surgery today. She's home now. Everything went well. So it went good for her. So I'm glad to hear that. Thankful for that.
Awesome. That's
So,
super cool.
did she like break her elbow or what?
Yeah. And bone
Yes.
chips. Yeah. They told her it's the worst elbow injury you can have is what you got.
I was just thinking that's going to be probably a long recovery for her.
Yeah. But the
Ugh.
surgery went well.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
So.
All right. Wendy, do you want to continue?
Sure. I am extremely grateful that I got my microphone issue fixed so that I could be heard on the call tonight or on the presentation. I spent an hour and 45 minutes trying to get that problem fixed. And so now I can say, I still don't know how it happened, how it didn't work. I did an update on my computer, a reboot, and then when I went to use it, it didn't work. And I don't know how it got fixed either. So, but maybe by the grace of God, he said, heal, and it was fixed. I don't know. So anyway, that's what I'm grateful for today, along with seeing the sunshine and opening my eyes this morning when I woke up. So.
There you go. Awesome. Rob.
Oh, thank you. So first of all, I did want to mention, Wendy, I too am glad that you got your microphone fixed because I just caught the tail end of the intro as I was coming on. So thank you very much for doing that. I'm actually very grateful for, so many things, but this week particularly, I'm just thankful for one, that I could actually be joining you guys today. It's been a tough week and just kind of tough life in general. And I think this topic is so appropriate because no matter how all together we are, right, in life, and how focused we are on particular goals that we've set in our life, timeline therapy is important for everyone at every level. And so I'm looking forward to being able to interact with that because, when we think of the past holding us back, we think way back. And sometimes literally it can be just an hour ago that's creating that poor scarcity mindset, allowing you to move forward. So timeline therapy, it's across the board, and I'm looking forward to conquering this with you.
Thank you, Rob. That's awesome. And Lorianne.
I'm going to make a joke. Best for last, right? I'm kidding. All right. Oh, gosh, my sense of humor. I am actually grateful for two things, and I'm sorry because I know we're only supposed to do one, but I want to say thank you, Wendy, for introducing me to Forbes Riley. We did have a little bit of crazy connection things going on, but I'm looking forward tonight to doing a handwriting analysis on her mastermind, which I'm very honored to be asked to do that. And then the second thing that's really, really, thank you, really, really exciting, I bought a guitar and I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. And that to me is even almost more exciting. I play the flute, but I've always wanted to play the guitar. And somebody said if you can even start with just 3 chords. So that's my next thing. So next month I'll come on and, you know, I'll play for you, okay? No, maybe not. Anyway, that's what I'm grateful for.
So you do realize that that was recorded, right? So we have evidence that you will be coming on and playing the guitar for us.
Sure.
I heard next week the entire intro is going to be Lorianne on the guitar. That's what I heard.
Can I make a request, Lorianne?
Sure.
Intro to Hotel California.
Okay, I'll try that.
Oh,
right.
I love that. Love that song. It's really cool.
All right.
Noted.
Noted.
Awesome. All right, then I'm gonna go last. So I'm just really grateful for the school and the daycare and all the facilities that help me actually, you know, educating my kids and, you know, helping my kids grow, and just, you know, the communities we build through that. It's just amazing how they can, you know, play with other kids, be with other kids, get to know other cultures as well. And that's just amazing for me. So I'm really grateful for the wonderful teachers out there, Wendy as well, who are really doing an amazing job in keeping our kids safe and helping them grow. And yeah, so that's what I'm grateful for this week. All right, then we can get started. Wendy, if you want to get the presentation, please.
Lorianne, you need to allow me to share my screen, please.
Give this woman rights.
All right, so tonight's topic is about clearing limiting beliefs and developing a growth mindset. So we talked about limiting beliefs before. What are limiting beliefs? How can we get rid of them? And today is just like an onset to that, like going a bit further in, going a bit deeper on it. And I just want to share some concepts with you that massively helped me in the past, especially when I was feeling depressed, or like Rob said, you know, when you get caught up in negative emotion and you just don't know how to get out of it. I just want to share some concepts, principles, and tools for you so you can actually get out of that negative emotion faster and yeah, just go back to enjoying your life and do the things that you are really passionate about. All right, Bunny, you can go first slide. So this is, for me personally, one of the most important principles for growing a growth mindset, for a positive mindset, and it's called cause of effect. You probably heard me talking about it because it's like one of my major things that I try to, you know, have in my daily rituals and in my daily life, where I just ask myself, am I actually at cause or am I at effect at the moment? Because this will just bring you back into a growth mindset. So basically, when you are at cause, it means you're taking full responsibility for everything that's happening in your life. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, ugly, you take responsibility for it. Because when we start blaming others or our environment or, you know, whatever happened in our life for what's happening in our reality now, we're giving up the power. So basically, when we take full responsibility for what's happening, it's, you know, it sometimes it hurts because you realize, oh, maybe I could have done something different, but you just have to take responsibility for it, and then you are in power. You can make changes. If you give up by blaming others, then you're not in power because you can't change what other people are doing. You can only change your actions and your thoughts, and this is going to really help you moving forward in life. So take full responsibility for your actions. So when you're at cause, you're also proactive. you can take actions like I said before. You are able, you're empowered to actually take action and to change your situation. So you're in control of your own emotional state without being influenced by others. And that's what I actually said to Wendy this morning, because someone said something to her, and I said, you know, I wouldn't give like too much on that, because it's this person's perception at this moment. Every person has their own belief system, every person has their own experience, but it doesn't mean that it applies to you. So it's really important just to go back to self. When someone says something to you, just evaluate it yourself and, you know, ask yourself, is that actually serving me, or is that just a perception that someone has because they had a bad experience in the past, or they have a belief around that? So this is another like great thing to do. Just coming back to self and ask yourself, is that actually serving me? Do I want to, you know, accept that opinion, or do I rather come back to self and ask myself what's best for myself? And when you are a course, you can make things happen because you are empowered. You can do something. When you are at effect, you're just like the victim. That's why we call it like victim or scarcity mindset, because you think that you are not in control. And that was the biggest thing for me to learn, that I am actually in control and I am creating my reality. I am responsible for it and I am creating it. So when you're at effect, you're blaming others for what's happening in your life. You're blaming, you know, someone that did something to you 10 years ago for your reality now. You procrastinate. You are reactive. You have a lot of anger. You just, you know, you're not in control of your emotional state. And this is something that happened to me as well, that I would put up with things in the past. I would just let others, you know, basically walk over me. And I wasn't empowered. I wouldn't stand up for myself. I didn't have boundaries in place because I thought that I couldn't change anything anyway. So I was the victim. No matter what happened, I am the victim. I can't do anything. So you feel powerless. You have no choices. You're making a lot of excuses because you just want to stay in that comfort zone because you can't change anything anyway. That's what you think. So yeah, you're basically the victim. And when you're a course, you are a leader, you're leading yourself. And that also leads you to basically leading others in your life. That you're becoming a positive person. And you know, you get that ripple effect. When you're positive and you're taking responsibility, other people around you will feel that change in you as well. And they might take more responsibility about their own actions as well. All right. So you can go next slide, Wendy. So if anyone wants to say something, just let me know. If you have any questions, if you want to add something to it, feel free to do that. So here's a little example. So cause, it means I influence and take responsibility for everything that happens in my life. When I'm at effect, my life is random. I can't affect or control what others say or do. And it just makes you, you know, like you are the victim of whatever other people do. So here's some examples. I run my business the way I want. What recession? And when you're at effect, you're saying there is a recession on which I can't control. So I basically, why am I running my business anyway? No one's gonna have money. No one's gonna buy from me. But how do you know? You don't really know. So if you're at course, you make your own decisions. You make your own judgments about the situation and find out what's serving you best, no matter what other people say about it. And I'm responsible for maintaining the relationships in my life. And when you're at effect, there's no way I can control what others say or do, but you can control the relationship by being the best version of yourself. And then you get the ripple effect, what I said before. And the last one is I accept that I have had an influence over everything that has happened in my life and business. So you are responsible. You had influence also in the past. And sometimes it's painful. It is painful to actually realizing that you also influence situation. It wasn't always someone else's fault. You were in charge as well. You contributed somehow to the situation. And when you read the fact, crap has happened to me, and it was not my fault.
I'm glad you were so politically correct. I could think of a few words I could plug in there, but yes.
Yes.
By the way,
does everyone get the concept of cause and effect?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, before you go to the next slide, I actually just want to say the cause, your first statement. I influence and take responsibility for everything that happens in my life. Like, it even feels empowering to say that, you know?
Yes.
So feel free to join in if you guys like. No, but really, I like that. I took a picture of this slide because it's very empowering. And even that next statement right below it, I run my business the way I want. What recession? I would say that applies to really what we've all experienced over the last few months, not just business, but life. You know, I run my life the way I want. What recession? What virus? What this? What financial problems? Even if we have all those things, like you said, it's a mindset, right? So absolutely.
Exactly. All right, Wendy. You can go next. All right. So you might have seen that before. It's sometimes also called the matrix of reality. And it's basically how we create our reality. So here it is called the NLP Communication Model. So basically, all the time around us, there are like 2.1 million bits of information. But our five senses can only take in like 2 million bits of these informations. And that's why our brain has filters. So we're filtering, we generalize things, we distort things, we delete things. Have you ever had a conversation with someone where you say, no, I didn't say that, and the other person says, yes, you did? So it's basically an endless conversation because you won't know. You know, it's like maybe someone person's brain has just deleted that fact at that time. So you can argue with them, say, but I did say that, but it won't get you anywhere because sometimes we just delete facts. And it's just because we can't take in all the information at that point.
Jenny, I feel like,
yeah.
I was just going to say, I feel like whether it's myself, whether it's having conversations with spouse, children, or even coworkers, I think I have one of these arguments every single day.
There you go. Now you better have a better understanding and you can have more compassion with them and say, that's all right, maybe I didn't say it. So, and that's also like we generalize as well. Like, for example, people say, you know, all men are like this, or all salesmen are like this, or whatever your generalization is. Or like all teachers are like this, maybe. But it's just like another filter in our brain. And that's just to help us to filter out the information. And when we know this, we can actually question these statements. Are really all men like this? Is every woman like this? So yeah, it just helps us to actually question it. And then, yeah, we've got other programs, like we've got our values. So we're sorting out around our values. Then we've got our belief system. And we have certain decisions we made, and we have certain memories. And when you know that, it just makes you think about, you know, how complex it really is, and how actually some people get to their decisions or get to their belief or their action, like, because you run through all these filters all the time, and it's really complex. So actually, dealing with humans is really complex because everyone has their own filters, everyone has their own beliefs, everyone has their own values, everyone has their own memories. So now we understand that maybe that's the reason why we, you know, sort of have problems in relationships with others, because they have different filters running than we do.
Can I ask just a quick question? If somebody has some of these issues and stuff, is that why they end up with so many pets? I'm sorry.
What's that?
Is that why they end up with so many pets? You know, dogs, cats?
Lorianne, are you asking for a friend?
Because literally you're talking about how different people process things. And
Yes.
I'm just saying really seriously, and this is really not necessarily a joke, that some people would just prefer, like I live alone, I have my animals because it simplifies my life every day, not having those external relationships on a 24/7. And maybe why I'm not looking for a relationship is because I'm happy with just having my dogs that understand me and they don't argue with me. I'm sorry, I know it's a little bit off track, but I wouldn't say that that's